Jamf.
What the hell's a jamf?
It means you're a jive-ass mother.
Yet I ask.
Sudden fucking impact. Dirty Harry meets Death Wish. If that sounds sky-rentingly fucking amazing, it's only because it goddamn is. The only Dirty Harry film to be directed by Eastwood himself, without question among the finest action pictures of the 80s, and if not for the monolithic Magnum Force, likely my uncontested favorite in the Dirty Harry franchise as well. We open with Lando and a gaggle of extras from Breakin' 2 Electric Boogaloo knocking over the most lucrative target of all! A corner diner that can't have 3 entire patrons in the fucking building. And if Francis York Morgan is correct and coffee truly can predict the future, then Eastwood's Morning Joe must have been redder than Movie Bob's politics.
All right, folks, you did real good with that cop. Now I want everything. Money, watches, rings, everything.
What you doing? Pighead sucker?
Loretta there has been giving me a large black coffee. It's got sugar in it. A lot of sugar. I just came back to complain. How you boys put those guns down?
And duck for cover because as we all know, Harry Callahan loads his firearms with fucking one-liners.
Whoa. We're not just gonna let you walk out of here.
Who's we, sucker?
Smith and Wesson and me.
And if the first one-liner knocked you clean off your computer chair, dig the fuck in, folks, because here comes an Eastwood-shaped sonic fucking boom.
Go ahead. Make my day.
Heaven help me, my dick just grew a dick on its dick. Oh, but he ain't stopping there. After dropping a mob boss with nothing but a scowl, every man-tittied mafioso in the Bay Area descends on Eastwood in the vain pursuit of al dente justice. Fleeing onto a walkway, it isn't long before we discover that Dirty Harry is fucking Batman. Don't do it, fellas. He's like Solid Snake with actual stealth. Whatever you do, do not form a semicircle around the dumpster and empty your clips into it at random. Dirty Harry's gonna turn your skull into a fucking fruit cup. That brings us to a nondescript car on a nondescript beach with a nondescript broad macking him with a nondescript dude running her nondescript fingers down to his nondescript dong. Well, this looks promising. Lemmy only knows we've seen plenty of titties in this franchise to date. Oh, fuck not the nads! Now, when I say Dirty Harry meets Death Wish, I mean, of course, there's a vigilante serial killer on the loose, rupturing more balls than a 300-pound dominatrix in golf cleats. But cast in the role, it's not the meretricious mustache of Charles Bronson, but banging hot blonde, Clint Eastwood ex-wife, and inveterate fucking nutjob Sandra Locke. After she and her sister are gang-raped out of the boardwalk by the cast of Roseanne, the vigilante painter does a study in red with their fucking nuts. One by one, the city of San Paulo begins to suffer from a shitbag shortage, just in time for Dirty Harry to hit town and murder what's fucking left. Freeze! His quarry flees in a police motorcycle, which has a way of working out profoundly well for Dirty Harry antagonists. His perma-squinting letterbox gaze darting across the horizon for any and all mobile object within reach. Harry gains a mode of transportation, while this film franchise gains fucking self-awareness.
Thank you for being a friend.
See what you did there?
Easy with that meta-commentary, Eastwood. You'll put a fucking eye out. After a chase scene that moves at the speed of an underwater yoga class, Eastwood plops down in front of Paula Kersey over here and shows the shitbag something that really will put an eye out.
Guess I better read you your rights.
You have the right to be dead.
But naturally, after the earth-rending recklessness of the only chase scene to ever move in bullet time, not to mention nosing around one of the many crime scenes of the Nutshot Bandit, he incurs the rotund wrath of yet another cranky police chief with an accent so unremittingly Canadian even his toupee is flannel.
The MO is the same. Now, ballistics will ID the bullet is coming from the same gun.
You're not gonna do one goddamn thing but get your ass out of here. I mean now. I mean right this goddamn minute.
The last time someone told me to stay away, I didn't.
And goddammit, it's a tradition. We witnessed the gutting of Gonzalez, Early's early demise, and the fatality of Fatso. So who drew the short straw in the mortality lottery by being assigned Dirty Harry's partner in Sudden Impact, you ask? The only man resurrected more times than Jean Grey, none other than Trayvon Bat Signal Stash.
Good morning, Horace.
Sweet Sister Sadie. Where the hell did you get that?
Now, the army had a spare howitzer lying around, so I figured what the hell.
Not bad.
Not bad, my ass. You gotta strain the remains for the fingerprints.
Well, this is the 44 Magnum Automag, and if properly used, it can remove the fingerprints.
Have you seen that fucking thing? If properly used, it can divide planet Earth at the equator. That ain't a gun, it's a volcano with pearl grips. After a chance jogging collision with Death Wish Dame and her 44 caliber nipples, Harry encounters her yet again at an outdoor cafe for a filet mignon with a side of foreshadowing.
But you know you're an endangered species. This is the age of lapsed responsibilities and defeated justice. Today an eye for an eye means only if you're caught. And even then it's an indefinite postponement and let's settle out of court.
But enough about Konami's business model.
San Francisco PD, homicide.
Don't tell me this is your idea of a vacation.
Now, I'm down here on a case.
Got any theories?
Well, I got this wild-ass brain fart about a bleach blonde broad blasting ball sacks with a snub nose, but it's probably nothing. And consider the pussy magnet switched the fuck on!
Wow, thanks for the lift. Would you like something stronger to drink than beer? Come on in.
Mind if I do? Unusual.
I call it Ode to Bruce Jenner. But of course, Clint Eastwood's been in a woman's presence for longer than 5 minutes, and you know what the fuck that means.
You want to be alone tonight, Callahan? Neither do I.
Sorry, ladies, it's the law. But apparently celibacy also happens to be the source of his power, because after fanning some snatch at him, this shit happens.
Your ass is mine.
While Eastwood's gun strikes the ocean floor, causing a tsunami in fucking Malaysia, the ball-busting bandit goes for her final victim, a glorified vegetable who turns out to be the son of none other than Police Chief Jabba the Hick. That is until this movie remembers that Harry's paramour has made physical contact with Clint Eastwood, and you know damn sure what the fuck that means.
This what you had in mind for me? Don't worry, I'm gonna take care of everything. And you won't have to do a damn thing but sit on your fat ass.
So like Patreon then, Eastwood drags himself from the primordial morass and returns to his apartment, only to discover Bat Signal Stash had a violent run-in with the fucking plot, while the cast of Roseanne haul the missus back to the boardwalk where Sudden Impact sets a record for largest number of female face punches I have ever witnessed in life. Wriggling the fuck out of his grass, Chris Brown corners her in an abandoned amusement park. After leading them on a merry rape chase, she's punched a record 50th time in the fucking face. Gosh, if only there were a rogue cop with a yard-arm-sized projectile weapon who can elevate posing dramatically in silhouette to a fucking art form!
Holy shit.
I hope you got your poncho handy. The first 3 rows may get wet.
Our cruisers can't repel firepower of that magnitude.
With Chris Brown cowering behind a hostage and Advantage with a shotgun, it appears we've arrived at an impasse. That is, until Clint Eastwood single-handedly shatters the stalemate with all of 5 fucking words.
Go ahead. Make my day.
It's not a bad idea, is it?
What symbolism? With the meat wagon scraping what's left of the shitbag syndicate off the boardwalk, only one question remains.
What happens now?
I guess now I've got to...
Read me my rights? Or what exactly are my rights? And where was all this concern for my rights when I was being beaten and mauled? There is a thing called justice. And was it justice that they should all just walk away?
Sweetheart, you're thinking of Canadian law.
Inspector, we found a .38 snub in his belt.
I think you'll find his gun there was used in all the killings.
Then it's over?
Yeah, it's over.
Fucking justice! Roll the goddamn credits!
Don't tell me this shit's getting to you. Say it ain't so.
No, this stuff isn't getting to me. The shootings, the knifings, the beatings. Or this job either, having to wade through the scum of this city, being swept away by bigger and bigger waves of corruption, apathy, and red tape. No, that doesn't bother me. But you know what does bother me? You know what makes me really sick to my stomach?
What?
Nobody. I mean, nobody puts ketchup on a hot dog.
I don't like mayonnaise.